Welcome back to the Elise Turkov podcast, where we help women thrive unapologetically from the inside out in perimenopause and menopause. I'm going to talk about something that you're probably not going to want to hear. And this is about the cost of not investing in yourself. And this comes off of a recent call that I had with someone, but I probably get on a call with someone who has this type of mindset and gives me these types of, I would say, for lack of a better word, objections as to why they don't want to do our program. Now, I'm not going to lie. When you want to do anything customized, is going to cost you money. And I think every single person who knows that or who gets on a call with me truly understands that when they want this customized approach of nutrition, of movement, of hormones, of everything, they want to change their life, change their bodies. It's not going to be a quick fix. It's going to take time and it's definitely going to take an investment. And what women say to me is like, I know I'm worth it, but then I also will call bullshit on them that they don't truly believe that. Because what happens is I will be talking to a woman and she will just say, well, I've got kids in university or college. I've got a big trip that we've just planned. And what it really comes down to is they just don't value themselves enough to make the change that they know they need to make with the money behind it. And so the cost of not investing in themselves becomes the time and energy that they spend hating themselves and doing all the other things. So we basically have three limited resource, which is time, energy, and money. And we like to we pay in one form no matter what. And people tend to pay in what they value the least, right? So it's like, hey, um I value my money the most, so I'm going to pay in time. I'm going to do it on my own. And I encourage you to do it on your own. In fact, I got so much free shit on my website that you can do this on your own, but that's only going to get you so far. At some point, you're going to need to invest in yourself if you want to get to that next level, because the cost of not doing it is going to be the cost that you're going to pay in time and energy. So what does that mean? And so I was on a conversation with a woman and she was like, well, I'm the breadwinner and, and I want to go on a trip and I want to do this and I want to do that. So this woman, it wasn't that she didn't have the money, is that she didn't want to spend the money because she felt guilty taken away from her family. So I just said, all right, like I totally understand that. Yeah, I get that. It's very scary as a woman, especially if you're the breadwinner, because you feel like, hey, this money I'm taking it from my family. You don't look at it as like, hey, I'm actually investing this money for my family because I'm going to show up better for them. I will also add that this woman was just hospitalized and the doctor was like, you got to fucking take care of yourself, right? So here she is being like, I got to do this. And then she's like, no, I can't do this. And so I said, okay, cool. What are you going to do next? And she just said, well, I'm going to go back and I'm going to like read more and I'm going to bring up my recipe books and I'm just going to like try harder on my own. And I said, okay, how do you think that's going to work out for you? And she just looked at me and she's like, I don't think very well. And I said, okay. And again, my job is not to sell you on a program. My job is to challenge you because I've seen what happens when I've seen the cost when people don't invest in themselves. So I said to her, hey, I would be doing you a disservice and I'm going to hate myself if I don't say this to you. But what I see 100% of the time when people do that is they talk to me again in 6 or 12 months later. And the only difference is now, because they've been paying in time and energy, they're worse off. Their health has deteriorated. They're gaining more weight. Our prices have gone up and they hate themselves more. That is the cost of not doing it now. The other thing I was saying to her was, what makes you think you're going to have time? What makes you think you're gifted another year? What makes you think that if you don't change your health right now and prioritize yourself, you're going to even have another year? How many people do you know have had heart attacks, lifestyle related diseases, where you've said, shit, if they only took better care of themselves? In fact, I'd say about 70% of women that I speak to every day, when I ask them, why do you want to work with me? Like, why do you want to do this change? They'll say, I see my parents aging, or I'm taking care of my mom. I'm taking care of my dad. And they're only 72, they're only 75, and they are completely dependent. They are completely obese. They've got diabetes, heart attacks, all the things. And they're like, I don't want that for my kids because I see now what happens when you don't take care of yourself. Is that not the greatest cost of not investing in yourself? And I'm not saying, hey, spend tens of thousands of dollars. I'm saying, look yourself in the mirror and be real and say, I am fucking worth it. And I know what women say to me. They're like, I know your program's great. I know I'm worthy of this, but like, I know you fucking don't, because you're telling yourself the same shit over again. And then I like to play the little game of best case, worst case scenario, because at FFWE, I guarantee results. Only if I think you're a good fit and I open a spot for you in the program. I don't just like go and offer guarantee results to every single woman I speak to. In fact, I'd say about 20% of people that I speak to, I say we're not the right fit, because I'm very selective of who we bring into our program because I guarantee results. But, the point is that the best case scenario, which I like to play, is like, best case scenario, I'm going to change your life. You're going to feel amazing. And the rest of your life, you're going to be able to do this on your own, know how to maintain your physique, energize your body, get the confidence you want, decrease your risks of health related diseases, cancers, all the things. That is the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is you prove me wrong, that I can't help you. And at the end of 3 months, I refund your money. Is that so bad? This is typically the conversation that I have with a woman. And if a woman still says to me, well, then no, then I know that someone on the other end of that phone or screen is talking to her and showing her and proving to her that she's not worth it. Sometimes that's a spouse. Sometimes that's a partner. And I know you might hate that because you might be like, well, my husband is so loving, but like, really, is he supportive of you? If your husband came to you and said, I need to invest in my health, or I'm not going to be a good version of myself, I might die, I'm so miserable, I hate the way I look, what would you say? And I guarantee you, you're like, well, yeah, of course. I need my husband to be happy. I want him to be feel good. So why wouldn't he want that for you, right? It's just what happens is you go back to your husband and you're like, I want to do this. Your husband has no idea how much you're struggling, how much misery you have, how you truly feel. And when your husband is like, I don't think you need that, you can totally do that on your own, you're like, yeah, you're right. When did we really misunderstand the cost of not doing something? So just understand that no matter what, you're going to pay. You are going to pay in time, in money, and or energy. It is your choice what you want to pay in. Now, I will also say, don't start off paying in money. Don't do it. I mean, most of our women don't anyways. They start on their own. Go to my website, grab some free shit, get started on your own. And then when you reach that limit of like, I can't, come to me. Or if you've been yo-yo dieting your whole life, Weight Watchers, no Weight Watchers, keto, this, that, COVID, no COVID, and you're just like, I fucking need to get off this hamster wheel, then come over to my side. Or if you're someone that is like, I don't know what's happening to my body, I don't recognize myself anymore, my doctor tells me this is normal, I feel like no one understands me, I feel like I can't connect to my husband sexually because I hate the way I look naked, call me, because this is what we do. And when you look yourself in the mirror and say, I am worth this, I am worthy of this, and don't wait for all of your kids to be out of the house. Don't wait for your quote unquote job as a mom to be done for now. That's not what we're waiting for. Why are you going to be waiting your whole or the majority of your life to then feel better? Everyone's saving for retirement. How the fuck are you going to retire at 65 plus if you're dead? Or if you hate the way you feel? How many of us want to do amazing things when we're older and we retire? I want to travel. I want to go hiking. I want to pick up a new sport and activity, play pickleball, do all the things. How are you going to do that if you have no cardiovascular capacity, if you have no muscle on you, if your pants are so tight and you're getting joint pains from all the weight that you've gained? So let's not just look at money here. You have to look at time and energy, because when women come to me after this history of just failed attempt, they truly hate themselves. And then we have to unpack that too. All the times that they've quote unquote failed wasn't them failing. It was just them not having the right strategy. So if you are sick and fucking tired of that, I recommend that for sure, if you haven't done something on your own, like I said, grab some free shit for sure, do some apps, all the things you want to do. But if you're really ready to make a change, I would love to talk to you, and you can reach out to me anytime. I will drop all the links here. You can private message me on the gram, send me an email, all the things. Or better yet, go talk to someone else. If you resonate with another coach on Instagram, or you know someone at the gym who you really want help with, I am telling you, now is the time. The best time to start is yesterday. The second best time to start is today. Don't let money hold you back. And you might say, well, Elise, that's easy for you to say. I don't have the money. Girl, you're fucking lying to yourself. You can always find a way, because guess what's going to happen? Your clothes are going to be too tight. And what are you going to do? You're going to have to buy new clothes. And you're going to spend money on shit that you don't want to be spending money on, like hospitals, doctor's visits, all the shit that comes with your crappy lifestyle that you know that you are living. So I know this is a little bit of a harder episode to listen to, but I say this because I talked about this on social, and I actually got a ton of comments from women saying, thank you for being so transparent. Because I said that what happens when I get off a call with a woman where I'm like, I can't believe she's not doing this. I know she can, she just can't get out of her own way. And I talked to her again a year later, and now she's doing the program, but now she's worse off. She needs more time with me. She's got to invest more. I hate myself a little bit. And I think, Elise, you could have done a better job in showing her the reality and the cost of not investing. All right. Hope this lands well for you. Let me know. And if you want to watch this on my YouTube channel, then you can go ahead and watch the live version or the video version. And until the next time, thanks for listening.